Great Mother speaks.
I am Great Mother, Holy Spirit, Yin, Divine Mother, Cosmic Womb, Deep Space, the Moon. Welcome, Sagittarius Moon people, to your October 2017 full moon reading. This is for both Pisces and Aries. Full moon. If you are Vedic astrology, then your full moon is in Pisces. If you are going according to tropical or Western astrology, your full moon is in Aries. Great Mother connects to us regardless of what sign or what, that's the sign of the moon, but it will also be your moon sign. Regardless of that, she will resonate even if you choose the wrong video. She speaks to us, doesn't she? That intuition gets to us. That message gets to us regardless. But to have some clarity, because that is what she provides us, clarity, balance, and confirmation of what we know. For our tropical Western astrology signs, what we're looking for is that type of clarity, balance, and confirmation from the ages of 0 to 28 years of age. That is when that astrology makes the most sense to us, or when we are more ego or earth oriented. For those of us who are living a more highly sensitive life, intuitive life, an empathic life, we're compelled to integrate the emotions in our environment, which is what Great Mother Moon energy is. It's the yin energy within us. It's the inspirational energy within us. And so our true nature, what truly feels good to us, what truly feels right and genuine for and to us, when that is of a soul nature, and for most of our actions, attitudes, and behaviors, we are responding to life in that way, then Vedic astrology is the way we want to go. Vedic astrology will be much more accurate in terms of identifying that lunar space for you. And in general, the Jyotish will give a lot more soulful insight. Now, Great Mother is speaking to you, Sagittarius Moon people, this month and with this full moon, because as all full moons, it's about illumination, right? It's about the light coming in the dark in its full reflection. The sun is reflecting, the moon is reflecting the light of the moon. And so in this opposition, we gain a lot of clarity in darkness. And the clarity that you have gained in this harvest season, this is the harvest moon in the Northern Hemisphere, is that it is time to take responsibility for your life. If you haven't already begun to do this, then you are already in the process of this. And so what does this mean? It means that your ability to respond to things has gone up a level or two within the last year, and you are recognizing this, and you are responding to more things than you normally would, and this is bringing a lot of opportunities, or a lot of opportunities have already come, or you're anticipating a great deal more to come your way. And so what Great Mother is saying is that with this opportunity, your gut is guiding you to exactly what direction to go in. And so that's how you're feeling right now. And she's coming right in with confirmation of that you know that the ante has been upped and you're ready to take on whatever comes your way. Your ability to respond has been enhanced. It has increased within this last year. If you're in the Southern Hemisphere, well, then the long winter's night from the previous harvest season for you is now the spring season of planting seed. And so you are bountifully doing just that. The transformation comes for you, Sagittarius Moon people, at this crossroads where there's an increase in activity, there's an increase in responsibility, and there's an increase in confidence that is being confronted with a lot of challenges in actually being able to fulfill what it is that you want to do. But because I'm seeing the throat chakra here, it's telling me that, again, your ability to respond to even this challenge is greatly enhanced by the faith that you have in your journey. Your journey has brought you here, and you know that if you are here, it will take you where you want to go. And so the transformational opportunity is in speaking that into reality, is in speaking that into existence, and continuing believing that regardless of what may come against you or what may appear to come against you as a challenge. Great Mother doesn't want you to overlook the fact that yes, you are being a bit wilder. You're coloring outside the lines. You're doing a lot of things that you normally would not be doing, and you are pretty much daring any negative energy to come against you. You have really, Sagittarius moon, really upped your faith and your confidence in yourself and in your angelic guidance and your ancestors and your intuition. This internal confidence has really brought you to be able to have a courage that is the very definition of the word, to face your fears and do it anyway. And that is exactly what you're doing as you move forward. Great Mother is saying that the shadow underneath this for you Sagittarius moon people is that there is yet a feeling of injustice as it relates to your journey. Perhaps the initial hopes, ideas, and aspirations you had wanted to fulfill did not come about in the way that you expected them to. Or when it was time for you to be rewarded, it was far less or unworthy of what you felt that you had put into it. But as we can see, that journey has given you the strength that you have now. So you did receive more than a residual blessing from the journey, but there's still a shadow feeling. And of course, our shadow side is that side that we don't want anyone to see because it's unflattering, it's inconvenient, it's uncomfortable to bring out into the light. And so we just kind of keep it in the shadows. And so although you are facing your fears and this has really upped your confidence, underneath that, there's some disappointment with how all of this has gone down. But what Great Mother is saying is that you're dancing with this disappointment. You're dancing with the shadow, and you're beginning to ask yourself how you will use your energy going forward more specifically. You're asking yourself that more candidly. How am I going to use my energy going forward? Now, power is directed energy that has a specific focus and direction. And so when the Prostitute card comes up, what it's saying to us is who is controlling our energy? More accurately, who is in charge of the direction of our energy flow? If someone else is in charge of that, particularly as it relates to how we earn our living to quote unquote survive, earn our living, okay, isn't that something that's becoming quite anachronistic in this new age? Because we all are becoming aware that as divine children of the Great Mother, Father God, we don't have a living to earn. We are here to live our lives and to share our lives. And so this dance with getting clear about how to use your energy is really something that you're wanting to be clear about moving forward. You are wanting to be in charge of how you use your energy. You are not wanting to ever fall in this predicament of selling yourself short again. You are wanting to share your gifts, your talents, your abilities in ways that honor you. And so what needs to be released in this shadow in order to do that, Great Mother is saying, is that personal power must be fully embraced. And that personal power for you, Sagittarius moon, are all of those spiritual things that you have gained in terms of your strength. That's your energy, that intuitive knowing, what you have learned about what you can trust that has given you the confidence in your angels, guides, and ancestors, what you know about what you know for yourself. This is that energy, and it is yours. These are, in effect, your ruby red slippers. No one can take that away from you. And Great Mother is saying that anything that would even present itself as if it could take those things away from you is a lie. And you know that because you are revising, you are reflecting, you are editing your perception of how to use your energy. And Great Mother is coming through and she's saying, release any concept that anyone could ever do that. You have the power to decide how your energy is used. So embody that. Embody the power of the divine child of the Great Mother, Father God. We are truly gods and goddesses. You know, just like the ancient pharaohs and kings and queens who were truly thought to be deities, we are too. The mythology that is used throughout this deck is Dorothy and the Wizard of Oz. However, any mythology can be inserted in these symbols of chakras and moon signs that have a pivotal focus on a god and goddess energy. And for Akhenaten, who was the first god or king or ruler on the planet to institute the worship of the one God, Great Mother is saying, Sagittarius moon people, that embodying what you know about the unity of spirituality within your divinity is truly what will dispense of any shadows that are left from your experience that you did not appreciate and that you still are having problems fully appreciating for what they have given you. By doing that, you are enabling yourself to surrender to the law of soul guidance and guardianship. In order to implement the worship of the one God, Akhenaten had to flee the capital of Egypt, and he had to create a whole new palace, outside of Thebes in some. That's right. He left Thebes to go to Amarna, and the entire court had to go, except for the priest. The priest stayed back in, Thebes is modern day Luxor. They stayed back there. And so he had to create his own spirituality, which he already had, which was the source of the division. But you see what I'm saying, Sagittarius moon people, that this source of internal emotional division is as a result of there being a great spiritual lesson being learned through all of this. This year has been extremely challenging for you with regard to this, and you're happy that you have this new constitution and you have galvanized yourself and regenerated yourself into this strong and practically fearless being moving forward with your ability to respond to whatever comes your way, to direct your energy powerfully in the direction that you want to go. But this shadow of disappointment about what did not come through is being nudged by Great Mother as something to be looked at, just as Akhenaten had to leave and had to establish a cohesive internal sense of himself by leaving everything behind. So will you need to do that? Not in a literal, material sense. Of course, we're talking about lunar energy here, Sagittarius moon people. But those emotions, those dark emotions around the journey, leaving those behind and finding your peace in a new place where you are now, where your energy is now, that spirituality, that confidence where that is now. Sacrifice the darkness for the light of that as you are truly given the eternal grace and mercy of the Christ consciousness to do it with grace and love under the law of soul guidance and guardianship. Sagittarius moon, have a happy, happy, happy full moon for this month of October. And look out for other resources at greatmotherspeaks.info. Remember, Great Mother loves you, and I do too.